Hello everyone, 68Whiskey here today, and today we're going to answer some of your questions. Now recently the channel has come up on its 1-year anniversary, so in light of that fact, I asked you to ask some of your questions. So let's just get right into it. First up, we got AGI.exe here asking, why are your eyes so beautiful and may I steal you from your wife? No. Next up down the line we got Glue asking, can we expect to see more gear reviews in the near future? Belts, plate carriers, helmets, stay frosty. Will do, Glue, will do. As far as more gear reviews, I think, yeah, absolutely. I'm definitely gonna try to outfit myself as much as possible as far as, you know, helmet, plate carrier, stuff like that. Right now, my current setup is pretty basic, so whenever I have more of a really set up loadout where I really feel comfortable, we'll run through that. Alright, Commander Titus, have you or your department ever trained/exchanged with foreign police units? I have heard that our GIGN and RAID have done some exchange programs to learn new tactics from American and other countries, police units, and teach our own tactics, and I wanted to know to which extent police units around the world cooperate and learn from each other. Have a lovely day. You too, Commander Titus, absolutely. So as far as doing international stuff, no, not really. The department I work at is pretty small, so that being said, I know for a fact that larger departments do that, but sad to say, I personally have not encountered that. Gosh, dude, it is warm. I'm gonna turn on the fan. Oh my gosh. Alright, fan break done, let's get back into it. Alright, Grab asks, can you try Deadline on Roblox? Might feel childish, but worth the try. Let's look that up real quick. Deadline. Interesting. So I'm generally opposed to Roblox, just as a general rule. That being said, I mean, this looks pretty cool. I may have to give it a shot, man. I mean, people are making a ton of really cool things in Roblox, including that one VR game I wanted to kind of go through later on. But yeah, I mean, it's not out of the question. Definitely not out of the question, man. Looks pretty interesting. All right, moving right along, we got Ravana. How do you find time to play video games? When you got a job, wife, and kids? Well, I actually don't have kids yet, but I mean, that'd be cool to have kids, but not. I don't have them right now. But as far as with the wife goes, she is incredibly supportive of all this, which I am shocked by. Not that her personality shocks me in that sense, but it's just that, you know, most people are like, this is kind of weird stuff that you're doing. But no, she's been really great. So as far as finding time to play, it's all about time management, man. Being able to go to work, spend time with my wife, work out, and be able to play games and then make videos for the channel, that sort of stuff. It's a lot, but you know, you manage your time well enough, you can play as many video games as you'd like. Oh boy, the helmet's gotten a little awry here. It's gone a little awry. I have to look tacty cool. I can't look tacty weird. Alright, next one up, we got Little King asking, what inspired you to become an LEO and what motivated you to continue? Back in 2019, I enlisted into the Army National Guard as a combat medic. And so that set me up in the realm of wanting to do, you know, service to others. I think a lot of that too is the fact that I am a Christian, and being a Christian, I want to help others and serve others. And being a police officer, that's a really good way to be put into a position where you can serve others. I know a lot of people, especially people that were commenting on that Wrangler Star video, just kind of assume police officers are there to arrest people and write people tickets, and that's about it. But genuinely, I feel like being a law enforcement officer puts me in the best position possible to serve other people. One of the things I said going through my first oral board was that I believe police officers' jobs is first and foremost to protect people's civil liberties. Police officers can be counselors, role models, guardians, all the rest. But truly, at the end of the day, our job, our role, is to protect people's civil liberties. So hopefully that answers your question. All right, from SkitserKix4104. Are you playing more videos with Miss Whiskey? Love the one about Ready or Not, she kicked butt, and would love to see more of the two of you together. I honestly don't know. I'll have to see. I'll have to ask her. I mean, I'm pretty sure her and I were kind of planning to do something like her and I playing Ready or Not on separate computers, so that way, like, we could actually play together. I'm very curious to see how she'll do. I think she'll do pretty good. Like just from that last video alone, she has really she's got some ferocity, man. She'll double tap, no questions. But yeah, no, for sure. I think in some of the future videos we'll see about doing that. All right, Commander Sweeper, for only cops I have to ask, will you be redecorating that bedroom to avoid the hotel room jokes, or have you just accepted your fate in that regard? I've accepted my fate. I look, man, I'm gonna be moving out of this apartment at some point, so I'm not really concerned about how it looks right now. All right, this is not my home. All right, but it's also not a hotel room. It's an apartment. Leave me alone. All right, moving on. We got one from Mia Tack. Call me Tack. I'll call you Tack, yeah, for sure. Are you gonna play Tactical Assault VR? I have played it. It is a lot of fun. I think I'm gonna do a video on it at some point. My issue with it is that Controlled Pairs, a little known channel on YouTube, but he's made a bunch of videos on it so far, so I don't want to just like, I don't want to make it look like I'm just copying the trend, so I want to try to do something unique with it. I'm really not sure what, but I want to try to do something. All right, next one, Slip Tactics. Been here since day one, but has playing Ready or Not helped you in any way in your job? Kind of. I think more so that you learn the tactics in real life, and then you can apply that in the game, and then reinforce those tactics there. It's hard to understand how it feels to be pushing through a doorway until you're actually doing it. It's also, again, another thing to really be in the moment thinking, oh shoot, as soon as I'm the first one going through this doorway, I could be getting pelted with rounds. Yes and no. It's helped a little as far as, again, like I said before, reinforcing some good tactics, but there is no replacement for the real thing. So again, it is Daddy Thumb says, if you don't train, you're gonna die. And it's true. So, I mean, yes and no. Doctor, what made you become a emergency operator? Genuinely, I really, God, this is gonna sound cliche. I joined the military knowing I wanted to help people that are serving. And again, the best way I could think of doing that was being a medic. I also wanted to be a military police officer, but apparently people don't like them. Not that people like cops any better, but like I'd prefer if the service members I'm serving with didn't hate me also. That's so, you know, again, I thought combat medic was the best of both worlds, as well as having that knowledge ahead of time before going into any law enforcement role. The medical knowledge I have now is invaluable to the job I do currently. All right, moving along, we got Mimi. What is your main goal with this channel? What type of content do you want to do in the future? And what do you expect from your YouTube career? That is a lot of great questions. Honestly, my main goal with the channel is to have fun. I made this channel initially to kind of teach. I like teaching. I don't know why, I just enjoy it. I like talking about this sort of stuff, tactics and whatnot. I want to do a lot more IRL content as well, doing real shooting, because as much, again, as I can talk about all the tactics and stuff like that through video games, and it's really cool and I enjoy it. Sometimes, again, you got to get out there and do the dang thing. As far as what I expect from my YouTube career, I don't know. I really don't know. What I expect to do with my YouTube career is create more and more content. And that's all I can really promise, is that I'm going to continue to try making content no matter what. But, you know, who's to say? I mean, man plans, God laughs, so... All right, Major Problem asks, this may be a sensitive topic, but do you have any stories during your time as a 68Whiskey, aka medic, for those who don't know, that you're willing to share? I don't honestly have a ton of stories, other than small ones that, like, you know, are personal between me and the other service members I was with. Yeah, man, there's not a whole lot that comes to mind. I wish I could say, like, oh yeah, there's this really cool time I did it, but I just don't have that. I think a lot of that too is a lot of the more intense stuff for me. After experiencing a super intense thing, my brain kind of just blocks it out and just sends it off into outer space. So yeah, I don't know. I really don't know, but I appreciate the question for sure. All right, the 123 asks, when not playing games like Ready or Not, what do you play? Arcade shooters like COD or more casual games like Animal Crossing? Honestly, I like space games. My favorite movie is Interstellar, to give you a synopsis there. Yeah, man, I play space games like Astroneer. I got into Star Citizen for a little bit while it was still decent. There's a lot more, but I don't know. I haven't played it as of recently, so I don't know. Marauders, pretty good game. Pretty good game. There's still a lot of tactical games that I end up playing no matter what, like Squad and Hell Let Loose, that sort of stuff. But that being said, with my wife, I will definitely play stuff like Mario Party, Mario Kart, freaking Animal Crossing too, if she's feeling like it. But definitely a lot of, oh, actually a lot of the Valve classics, Half-Life, Portal. I'm super into that lore too. I don't know why, but I enjoy it so much. It's so cool to me. Like, what's his name? That one channel, Tyler Vicker. He just like reports solely on Valve News. I think that was the original channel name, was Valve News Network. Yeah, VNN. All right, in Fizza, how long have you been playing video games, and which one of them would you say are your favorites? And since when did you want to be an emergency operator, and what drove you to? So as far as the emergency operator part, kind of talked about that already. How long have you been playing video games? Dude, since I was like, I don't know, 7 or 8, I think. I think I started out with my grandpa's computer playing, oh god, I think it was like, it was a NASCAR game. I really cannot remember the name for it. Then I started playing Need for Speed. I kind of moved out of the race car games and then moved into the more first-person shooter stuff. And that's why I started playing Half-Life, Portal, that sort of thing. I remember this. I used to play on my old Mac Mini. The Mac Mini, wow, what a powerhouse, right? I remember playing Minecraft with my sister. It was a bit ago, but I remember playing Minecraft with my sister a lot, and then I got into Half-Life and Portal and that sort of thing whenever I was able to finally ask for more Vigi games. Yeah, man, those are good memories. Those are good memories, staying up playing that. Playing a flight simulator too, Microsoft Flight Simulator. I don't know why. I was really into that. I still kind of am, playing stuff like DCS. Good games, man. Yeah, I've been playing since forever. I'm a huge proponent of video games. I think they're great. I'm definitely gonna play video games with my kids. You know, that being said, I'm not gonna make my kids iPad kids, but also I definitely want them to be able to enjoy video games like I was able to enjoy them. As far as favorites, top time all favorites, Half-Life, Portal, currently obviously Ready or Not for sure. Ready or Not, Ground Branch, Squad. Minecraft is really an off and on. I don't know if you've seen those memes, but like they're like me and the boys whenever we get our 4-week stint of Minecrafting. That's kind of where I am too. That list is generally how I feel, but it's always changing. It's always changing for sure. All right, David asks, what made you want to do YouTube? I just got back from a mission, and after coming back from that mission, I was like, man, I need to like let out some creative energy, because being stuck in a military environment, again, you get very used to the structure and the regiment of everything, where a lot of that creativity just gets kind of put over that way. So yeah, I'd come back, and then I played Ready or Not before I left. And I was like, man, you know what'd be fun to do? Just make a quick video on me playing through from my perspective as an officer now. And so that's what I did. That was the first video I uploaded here, and it got a decent amount of views, which was crazy for me because I made a bunch of other YouTube content in the past, and it didn't really get a whole lot of views, understandably so. So I was like, this isn't gonna go nowhere. And then I think I got like 500 views or something like that, which for me, again, is crazy. So yeah, I just kept posting more and more content, posted stuff that I thought was interesting, and that's where I am now with 2,500 some odd subscribers. But yeah, man, it's been a blast so far. It's been a blast. My man, Skadoodles, how you doing? I have always been interested in police, SWAT, CQB stuff, and recently I've been thinking about military after high school. Do you have any tips or suggestions on what I should do? Don't join the military. All right, look, I don't want to dissuade anyone from wanting to serve their country. I think that's a great thing. If you're gonna do the military, do it active duty. Do it for like a 2 or 4 year contract. They have those. If your recruiter says they don't, they're lying. That's also something that you need to really get your head ready for, is that the military is going to lie to you. I've enjoyed some of the aspects of being a combat medic. Being able to do medicine, being able to have that knowledge for later on, even whenever I'm no longer a combat medic. Being called doc, that's a big one. That feels nice. But man, as far as just the military goes in general, take my advice here, man. I would be very careful about which branch you go into if you do. I'm gonna say the most cliche thing here, and it's because it's true. Join the Air Force. Don't join the Army. Don't join the Marines. Don't join the Navy. Join the Air Force. Why is that? They get treated so much better. All right, just trust me when I say this to you. If you were like, man, I have to join a military branch, join the Air Force. I'm looking out for your best interest here when I say that. Don't join the military, but if you're going to, Air Force. All right. Common Tux says, I've always wanted to be a 68Whiskey before I found Computers Armored Calling. I was wondering, do you think any of these games actually relate at all to real combat? I know it will never actually enrapture the horror, but is Ron realistic? So they kind of work in separate ways as far as civilian world goes, as far as military world goes. Civilian world goes, there's a massive amount of like rules of engagement, laws, civil stuff. Like there's a ton on the civilian side. So when you're comparing that to the military side, it just doesn't work all that well. So Ready or Not, as being a civilian SWAT simulator, pretty dang decent. The AI has a lot to a lot to improve upon. I mean, the developers already know that. But as far as rules of engagement and general feel as to what things are like in the real world, in the civilian world, it's pretty dang accurate. It's pretty close to life. If you're talking about something like Squad, that is incredibly realistic as far as rank structure, as well as general tactics in the military. But again, those two are separate games, but they generally reflect their real life counterpart decently well. All right, JBH759 says, love the vids, dude. Just stumbled on your channel. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate it. Also, can you teach me TCCC? Thanks. I don't see why not, man. It'd be a lot of fun. I started making my own combat lifesaver book. I think I'm gonna try to publish that at some point. But then after, man, yeah, I don't see why not. I know that UF Pro has a lot of videos on that too. They do a really good job. If you haven't checked that out, please do. A lot of good information for those of you that want to go into tactical medicine. I'd love to at some point. To answer your question, I'd love to, yeah, at some point. Christian Albert asks, did you know that Ready or Not has a lot of lore? I did know that. I did. Ready or Not has a ton of lore to it already, but it's confusing. It is very confusing, and I want to get into it a little bit more, but I don't have the time for it as it currently stands with my work schedule, especially being on nights. That's why the sun is absolutely annihilating my eyeballs currently. All right, Dr.049 has a very long question here, so we're gonna read through it and I might just surmise it at the end. Something off topic, like really off topic. I have no idea whether you'll see this. I live in Singapore as a permanent resident. Wow. Yeah, man, don't apologize for asking that question. It's a good question. Basically, how do you mentally survive with the thought that you might get hurt or killed? That's a toughie. There's been moments where I'm going into a house, again, telling myself, hey man, this dude with a gun inside this house is gonna want to kill me. But in the moment when that stuff is happening, I don't know how to explain it, but all that, whenever it's real life and it's happening right now, a lot of those thoughts just go away, which is incredibly useful in some instances, and it's incredibly terrifying in other instances, because then you realize after the fact, holy crap. In the moment, your adrenaline takes over for the most part, and a lot of that gets kind of just pushed over. As far as dealing with the stuff that occurs after the fact, where you're starting to realize, oh, holy crap, like that could have been it. I think that talking to someone obviously helps. I have my wife to talk to, that sort of stuff, which is great. She's a great person to lean on. But also, don't be afraid to seek out counseling. Counseling is not a bad thing. I know there's a huge sort of, oh gosh, don't go to the counselor or else you'll look crazy or whatever. that doesn't exist anymore, at least not from what I've seen in 2023. It might in some places, but as far as the department I work at, no, dude. If you need to talk to somebody and get all this stuff off your plate, do it. If you need to talk to a counselor, talk to a counselor. If you need to talk to a friend, talk to a friend. Just talk to somebody. I personally don't think that God set us on this earth to live out our life alone. So man, I wish you all the best of luck. I hope and pray that your training goes well and that you stay safe. Man, holy crap. Thank you guys for all of those questions. That means a lot to me. I really wasn't expecting this amount of questions, to be quite honest with you. So thank you. Thank you so very much. I know I like to joke around, kind of poke fun into everything, but genuinely, thank you very much. I enjoyed getting to answer your questions and hope I can answer any more for y'all in the future. This stepping stone 1 year at over 2,500 subscribers is massive for me. I know for a lot of people, it's just like, okay, whatever. But to me, it really means a lot. I'm not a million subscriber channel yet, but if I ever was, this is a great first milestone. That's for sure. It feels awesome, and I can't thank y'all enough. Anyways, if you like this video, leave a like, subscribe. If you want, come join the Discord. Link will be down in the description. And as always, remember our sole objectives. Stop the killing, stop the dying. I'll see y'all later.